Primetime.
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 Primetime. That's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime Primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.,
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes,
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
and Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
Get it going. Get it going. Noon hour closer to your college football weekend, your NFL Sunday. You got ball tonight in the National Football League, and you got your Jags back at the bank, hoping that they might be able to get well. It ain't going to be easy against those LA Chargers, but let's get fired up today. And anyone who wants to participate can, but this is how it's going to go right now. Yes. Yes.
Leon,
That was a good one.
That was
JJ.
legit. That was real.
No, I'm retired.
That was and that was organic. It was, and by the way, the requests they keep coming in just to kind of get you going again, Leon, on the big Corona call. But
let's hear the
said he's
Leon
retired.
dying Corona call, Jay.
he said he's retired.
Oh, sorry.
We have them all.
Still so good, man.
We have them all.
Oh.
And look, it's got to put you in a good mood. And like
Just
we
work
said,
on it for 2026, Leon.
I
Maybe,
will,
maybe
I
like
will.
the first week of 2026, you break it out.
I will. You know what? I am.
Okay.
Because I'm a winner.
Yeah.
I've been winning all my life.
Can't be a
That's-
quitter.
that was a fail.
Cannot
just-
let that bring you
That
down.
was no. It's not gonna bring me down.
I'll just tell you this: La Playa awaits. Okay, so you need to get it right. Okay, because you've been known to get on the beach and enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
That's right. So, all right. So we got ball to talk about tonight, but primarily we got the Jags versus the Chargers on Sunday, and we figure we do our XLP Big Three, kind of breaking it down because you got to pull this, team out of a hole. And so we'll look at the things that we think might need to happen, maybe dig a little deeper than the surface stuff. But you guys are more than welcome to jump in on kind of how you're looking at this ball game because it's a game that obviously the way the NFL works, when you see something bad, you think it's going to continue to be bad. The NFL is just not wired that way. Things change on a dime. I'll give you a perfect example. Do you remember the Buffalo Bills that beat the Kansas City Chiefs? Remember that?
I remember.
Everyone said, oh my.
They crowned them.
Yeah. They look, what's wrong with the Chiefs? How good can the Bills be? And then guess what happened a Sunday later? The Miami Dolphins happened to the Buffalo Bills. It can happen in a heartbeat.
I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I see what you're trying to do.
Why
you're
not
trying
be-
to somehow breathe a little life back into this corpse.
I-
That's what you're trying
Point
to do.
spread's only 3.
Right. I do not feel good about this game, but the point spread is just a field goal, which is kind of the way the NFL
That's weird.
is wired. It is kind of weird.
Something weird about that.
And
man.
I think in part, well, actually, if you kind of add up maybe 2 or 3 reasons why, it's the cross-country travel. Vegas always seems to factor that in. Thinking about it's a 10 a.m. body clock for – this is a 1 o'clock kick, right? Yeah.
Correct.
So it's a 10 a.m. body clock for the L.A. player.
I never believed in that, by
Yeah,
the way.
I-
Leon, is that a deal, the whole body
I
clock
feel like
thing?
it might be.
Not for me. No.
No? Okay. You could just boom.
Yeah.
Whatever time it is
to play
right
ball,
now.
I'm playing ball.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just curious
Again,
about,
you're not like everybody else.
and I don't know whether it's easier for the East Coast team to travel to the West Coast team to
Right.
travel to the East Coast. I really don't know. But Vegas is looking at it, obviously awarding a little home field advantage. Neutral field, that suggests they'd be a 6-point dog to the Chargers, if you want to look at it that way. But it is still a little bit of an odd number based on what Jacksonville
Chargers
is.
have a couple tackles out,
Yeah,
and they
they
probably
do.
saw this pass rush, and they were like, "Hey, that's fierce. This is going to be a tough
Yeah.
one.
It's
tough
scary.
putt."
Yeah, I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, exactly.
even say
Because
that,
right now, if you look at all the obvious, okay, the way Justin Herbert's dealing, the way Trevor might, I think you'd classify him as not 100% of what you'd like to see from Trevor right now. All the injuries, now no Travis Hunter. Who knows about any of these other guys? I would be looking at it as a 6-point line, at least.
At least.
Like 4.5.
Yeah. Well, we've seen for whatever reason, we've seen some 5.5 numbers.
That's
here of
their new
late.
thing.
It is.
I see a ton of those.
Here's a great example. Well, actually, the Panthers were a 5.5-point dog to the Patriots on the road. No. Falcons were a 5.5-point dog
And they
on the
won
road to the
straight up.
Patriots and covered.
Oh, okay.
Panthers 5.5-point favorite. First time they've been a favorite all year to the Saints. And what
Lost.
happened? They lost. And I think it was 5.5 between the Colts and the Falcons over in Berlin. And that was a 6-point game. It's just crazy the way some of these numbers work. But
how about the Jags were 1-point dogs? They end up being a one. If it wasn't for that Trevor
flipped.
crazy play at the end where they gave up a touchdown, it really was a 1-point game. They're
Right.
just always on point, man.
And I keep saying that.
Bama last week, 10.5-point favorite. It was an 11-point game.
Oh, believe me,
It's
I've
just
been
there's 1,000 of
torched.
these.
I've been torched by the half. Okay, the half is haunting.
I'll tell you what's really scary, and I'm sure you know this, JJ. Have you ever looked at the total on the NBA games? That's scary.
Yeah.
Scary how close they are.
And that's like
That's so
225.
random.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're thinking, what intel do they have
It's
that we don't
unreal.
have? And by the way, all these bets at Hard Rock Bet, as hard as this is to imagine, it's just a coin flip. It's not like you have 17 choices. It's just a coin flip. It's either that or this. And I'm struggling right now. I will admit it, okay? I will admit it. I love you, Hard Rock, but I am struggling just a little bit on some of those picks. All right, so besides the Jags, and we'll do our XLP Big Three coming up here in just a second, you do have a handful of other big ball games. And the most important thing right now for Jacksonville is to stay in that playoff picture. The last thing you want is to go from, say, 1 of 7 to fall into the in the hunt category, to fall into not pictured here category, which is where you've seen Jacksonville far too long, far too often over the last handful of years. So an important ball game, Leon. So let's at least just do our XLP Big Three, just with an idea of what you think to pull them out of the ashes of this past week, a meltdown in the fourth quarter.
Well, I mean, listen, can they bounce back? I mean, right now this team is reeling right now. You're talking about they lost the last 3 out of the 4 games. It hasn't even been close. Well, I mean, the Houston game was they imploded, but the other 2 games was just terrible. Do you want to make a playoff push? Are you equipped mentally and physically to make a playoff push? I mean, because it doesn't cost anything to be mediocre. You can stay that way. We've been that way for a long time.
Yeah.
But if you want to win some ball games and stay in the hunt, because every guy who's ever played this game wants to be able to hoist the Lombardi. All right, every player. You don't come into the NFL thinking that you want to be mediocre. You want to hoist the Lombardi. You want to be in a position where you can equip yourself to get in the playoffs. And once you get in the playoffs, don't care what the girl look like.
Right.
It can be ugly, but as long as you're at the dance. If you're at the dance, that's all that matters. Does this team want to get to the dance? Because the way you're playing right now, you won't. You won't make it to the dance. But are you mentally and physically equipped to stop self-destructing to the point where you're costing yourself football games?
Okay, so I need to ask you this, and again, we all recognize players today are not like players of the past. But what would allow a player to let that sink in of, all right, well, we're done? You know, like the next week, wouldn't the next week just be a clean slate? Why would that affect? Why would what happened the previous week affect the next week?
The way it happened, the way it happened, collapsing the way you collapsed in the fourth quarter.
Right.
I mean,
You can't help it.
that's a gut. That's a gut punch to. You know what I'm saying? That's a gut punch. That, I mean, everybody's got to do a self-evaluation to come up out of that, because you're up 19 in the fourth quarter, and you're supposed to hold your toughness, your mantle in the fourth quarter, and you find a way to win that game, and you imploded the way you did. I mean, you could say another game can get you back, but it's in your mind. It's festering in your head.
Yeah, but if any line of work, if you get embarrassed, I think this way. I'm sure you guys do too. The next thing is, all right, well, I got to be better. I got to be better.
Yeah, but maybe next time they have a lead in the fourth quarter, and that's when it starts to kick in. Like, wow, we could blow this again, just like last time, and your confidence
get in
gets
your
low.
head.
Yeah, but again, I don't understand that thought process. Like, it's you. So if you know you blew it, and you know how terrible it felt when you blew it,
Right.
Why would you want to be there again in your head?
Yeah, get that taste out of your mouth.
I've never understood that. I know what you're saying, because we see it all the time, obviously, but I've never understood why that happens. Never.
Well, here's another mystery to me. How did the beginning of one football season, when you were beating Miami 14-0, turn on a dime in the second half of that game and kind of be what you're describing? Like, how does it creep back in? I guess it does. That's the greatest mystery. How in the world you could let something like that all of a sudden become how you're identified, which just is nuts.
The human condition, man.
It is in
it
a lot
is.
of ways. But, all right, so you're basically saying reclassify yourself, re-identify yourself.
Yeah. I didn't listen to the first 5 games. I mean, I could listen, as bad as the last 4 have been.
Right.
I can't unsee what I saw in the first 5.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it. I saw a good team that could protect the passer, run the football, play sound defense, create turnovers, and get sacks.
Yeah.
Well, not so many sacks, but turnovers.
Golly, the last
So I mean, so where is that team? Where is that team at right now? Where's that passion, that love?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that degree of execution with the last 4 games that we've seen? So,
if you think about the last 4 games too, so this is just get away from those last 4 games. That's what you got to get as far away from those things as you can. You played just horrifically against the Seahawks at home when it was basically set up for you to get a big win.
I would put the horrific in that Rams game
Hang
description.
on. I think they played horrifically against the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Then the Rams game comes, and it just they weren't even on the field.
It's horrific 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0. Okay. So then the Raiders game comes against a terrible Raiders team.
Not a terrible one, but
they're not good. And then
bottom feeders. Go ahead.
and then it's like they don't turn it on until the third quarter. The first 2 quarters look like they didn't want to be there.
Yeah, it was an ugly game.
And then
Did you
last
say the
week's
Raiders
game,
are not terrible?
Yeah.
I said
the
they're
way
terrible. He said they're not terrible.
Hang
on, I'm not done
Thursday
yet.
night against the Denver Broncos. Did you watch?
Yeah, they had 7 points.
Yeah. Well, also,
but
but held a team down to 10.
That's the
points.
NFL too, right there. So
Yeah,
it's
They're
the way-
like 1-8.
So then it's week. So then it's the 4th game, and you're up 19.
Yeah.
And you blow that. I mean, those 4 games, each one of them is an individual disaster of epic proportions.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Like
you
we
got to
said.
get away from that funk. That we talk all the time about the Jags funk. That is the Jags funk right
Like
there.
we said, they're a failed 2-point conversion away from a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah.
And so that's where they are. All right, so couple off the YouTube chat. You guys can jump in the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. Pass rush can't affect Geno or Davis Mills. Why would they do anything to Herbert? That's definitely one of the thoughts. They need to look themselves in the mirror and understand how big of a game this is. So we'll follow that theme with a little more of our XLP Big Three. A Rebound Rehab Thursday. Don't forget, if you are on the sidelines due to injury, could be sports injury, workers' comp, auto accident, just pain, make sure you get in touch with the folks, physical therapists, a team of them ready to help you. Rebound Rehab with a dozen locations all over the First Coast. Let's keep it going. Jaguar ball against the LA Chargers. What is it going to take?
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
This is the game right here. If they're able to make a play.
It's the top of the highlight reel.
What a play!
The Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game on 1010XL. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl, made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour, 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
Football season is here, and our hometown team isn't the only one ready to stack up the wins. At Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, you score big every time you shop with us. Thousands of vehicles, no flags, no fumbles, just hassle-free car buying and big wins with lifetime warranties, lifetime oil changes, and lifetime customer service. Plus, our wow pricing lets you celebrate a touchdown of savings. Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi. We're here to wow you.
Soft takes are boring. That's why I dropped the hammer on the Frangie Show. I'm Hayes Carlion. Listen for Hammer Time with Hayes, weekday afternoons on 1010XL.
Hammer Time with Hayes, driven by Kia on Atlantic.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
The World Poker Tour is here at Best Bet Jacksonville through November 18th. Now is your time to become a World Poker Tour champion with 14 poker tournaments, including the Best Bet Scramble, a $5,000 buy-in, no-limit hold'em main event with a $1 million guaranteed prize pool. Win your way in through satellites happening now. For the full World Poker Tour schedule and more information, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Hun, look in the backyard. Is that oil coming out of the ground?
What? Oil?
Yeah, we've struck it rich.
When was the last time we had our septic tank pumped?
Ooh, crap. That's not oil.
Exactly.
Is it time to pump out your septic tank? Call Duck Duck Rooter. Their professional septic service removes sludge that can cause costly emergencies. Don't delay. Call Duck Duck Rooter today.
When you're stuck, call the duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Truth Teller here, and I've solved all of your holiday problems and stress. A gift card from the Blue Crab Crab House. Get this, you buy a $50 gift card, and you get an additional $15 card for free. It's that simple, and as always at the Blue Crab Crab House, the best crabs in Jacksonville, oysters, and seafood, period. Blue Crab Crab House, open every day except for Monday off of San Jose on Jewington Creek Road.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Thursdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab with 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
All right, we are definitely dealing in your Jaguar world back at the bank this Sunday as they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. You'll hear it all right here on the Superstation, beginning with the Terminex kickoff show, presented by American Electrical Contracting, Campione Law. Our man Hayes Carline will be down there ready to rock and roll, along with E. And so we're talking Jaguar ball, and we have some suggestions already on the text line in the chat as far as how they can pull themselves out of that funk, as we describe it, that they remain in, especially with the way they performed in the fourth quarter against the hated Houston Texans. First, though, give me a that, JJ, if you don't mind.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
So Baylor AD Mack Rhodes, who was the College Football Playoffs Selection Committee chairman, has stepped down because of personal reasons. What happened was there was an investigation at Baylor. Mack Rhodes was on the sideline during a game against Arizona State. Michael Trigg's the tight end for Baylor, and he walked up to Michael Trigg. Baylor was wearing all green. Arizona State, obviously, one of their colors is gold, but it's like a yellow, similar to what the yellow gold that Baylor uses as well.
Okay.
So Michael Trigg's just got an undershirt on, a long-sleeve undershirt on under his pads. It's gold. Yellow, gold, whatever you want to call it. It's like Arizona State's.
Okay.
So Mack Rhodes comes up to him and grabs him. This is allegedly, but the school said they've already looked into it. The penalties have been issued, and they're done with it. They're not talking about it anymore. Walked up to him, grabbed him by the shoulder pad, and said, "What are you wearing that blank and yellow shirt for?"
Huh. That's it?
Oh, my God.
That's it?
That's it.
Fire that man.
Whoa. The sideline incident is how they're describing it.
Yes. Yes.
So that's
apparently
the
it was
leave of absence.
apparently it was a rough grab by the athletic director.
The AD's grabbing on
A
athletes
player
now?
on a player, right?
No, you got to go. Because what if the player swung on them?
Yeah, well, the player would have gone.
So you
there.
grab me, my reaction is a swing. It's natural.
Well, still.
That's not
Yeah.
true.
Well,
In football pads,
If you
a
grab
guy
me
comes up to you
in
and
the
grabs
middle,
you on the
no,
shoulder
you know between a player grab, he knew it had to be the AD, right?
We didn't see it.
Okay, we didn't see it, but
I
I'm just saying.
guarantee
So I don't know what happened.
Well, first off,
but-
I'm sure hear the voice, right?
Like coaches, but if a coach grabs you, I would be okay with that.
It's
I mean,
also
I see coaches
It's
grab
also
guys all the
JJ,
time.
right? But it's also a power move. He technically he's doing that to a subordinate, technically. So, it's
isn't every coach?
Yes, but that's a little different. That's on the field. That's different. This is a
Even
guy
if
that
a
has,
coach grabs
This
it,
is a
it's-
guy who's not right. Even nowadays,
still be a
a coach doing
subordinate.
something like that is.
I think it's soft as hell, man.
I ain't never had no
I don't
coach.
disagree with you. I'm just saying.
I ain't never had no coach grab me. I'm just saying I ain't never had no coach grab.
Yeah, see, like,
I held a demeanor to make sure I never had.
Yeah, you're right. Like
They don't want any part of his hands.
Yeah, there are probably.
He probably would have asked
There are
you
probably
nicely.
certain people. Yeah, certain
Right,
people that.
excuse me, Mr.
That
Sir,
walk
shake that
up,
Yellow off, please.
walk up and go. I'm going to tap him on the shoulder.
There
Okay,
you go.
okay. But Coach Campo would say him and James Washington would go at it all the time on the sidelines, and he'd be.
Yeah, well, that was 1991.
Right. Well, so it's not. It was acceptable then. It's not now.
Yes, like so many other things too.
Right. But you still should be. Anyway, I believe that you should. Now this.
I'm not agreeing with. I'm
Right.
just telling you the facts of the
Yeah.
situation.
I'm
that's all.
more offended that there's a sitting athletic director on the committee for the college football playoff.
Yeah. Well.
And they all are. They're all like super biased, their presence or whatever. Like,
Well, who are you
isn't
gonna
that
have?
insane?
Who are you going to have?
I'd rather have media members or just anyone else besides someone whose school is literally involved
Sure.
in the thing.
But we rip on
And by
media
proxy,
members all the
they're
time.
Yeah,
conference.
but if you go by the coaches
making-
poll versus the AP poll, I hate the AP poll, but it's much better than the coaches poll. Like,
Bro,
how
do
can
you
trust
remember the girl
someone-
who covered
remember
USC
the-
who
yeah,
said
yeah.
Yes.
it doesn't matter?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I
So-
think we would know who these 12 are, who are 13, whatever they are, and we should vote on them.
You'd be shocked, okay? Shocked.
I just think
didn't-
it's appalling that there's people
I'm
that are
gonna
literally
tell you, I'm
involved.
going to tell you this real quick. So you want the media, right?
No, I
so
was
when
just,
when I was at the
I don't
CFP,
want
listen,
ADs.
Just listen. When I was at the CFP mock in September, okay, there was media people that were doing the mock poll. There was a group of like 4 or 5 of them, okay, that were adamant that Penn State should have been ranked ahead of Ohio State at the end of the season because
last year.
Yes, last year. Even though Ohio State went into Happy Valley and won the game, and they had the same record. But they were saying, these 4 to 5 media people, it's different. It's the end of the season.
They lost
Ohio
last
State,
week.
Ohio State lost the last week of the season. They looked terrible. They were done.
Okay,
Penn
well-
State was rising. I'm going, are
'Cause
you,
if you-
are you people out of
yeah.
your
The
mind?
committee does that too, though.
Yeah, but if
right.
you,
That's my point.
They're
right.
both stupid.
if you were to check their undershirt, it would have the team colors on it. Okay, and so that's also what the media.
My only point is, you're going to
True.
get
Yeah.
that stuff no matter who you get it, no matter who is on that committee. You're going to get dolts saying, "Oh, what? Penn State should have been ranked ahead of them."
Yeah.
That is true that most media members have a bias, but I would trust Matt Hayes to make the decision over the AD from
You can't
insert
trust me.
blank
No, I
school.
can't trust him.
You can't trust
He
me.
hates
I have
us,
bad
Judge.
sources,
JJ.
man.
We have no
Got
shot
bad
getting there.
sources. You can't trust me, Jim.
We have no shot
If
getting
Matt's
there.
in there, that's true.
Hey, listen. One thing's for sure, he ain't rooting for anybody. Okay, he's rooting against them. So
Matt wouldn't have anyone in.
Right, I hate everybody.
Yeah, he'd be rooting against them. But okay, we need to land somewhere between the guys that have vested or individuals that have vested interest or Condoleezza Rice. Okay, we need to figure out
That was wild.
exactly where. I don't know how you figure that out, but they're
I
anyway.
agree.
Let me
first
tell
off-
you something. Connie's just as good as the 4 or 5 people that were screaming about Penn State. All right.
Yeah, probably. I'm not even saying
She's not even a media member.
There's
just
no
saying
easy fix besides
between-
going back to the BCS.
Yeah, I'm just saying, besides people that are 100% invested in the sport, whether they have the ability to be unbiased or Condoleezza, who is an incredible individual, but I don't know
Has
whether
no
she's
connection
like,
to college football.
Right,
I don't want a congressional. No,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
congressional.
Former secretary.
I love
loves
Connie.
her Cardinal,
I love
man.
Connie
Yeah.
Rice.
She
Nothing
loves her
congressional.
Stanford Cardinal.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Oh,
exactly. I'd like to tee it up with her at Augusta. That
I
would
love
be
Ron
awesome.
Paul too, just as much as the next guy. But I don't need old Ron in there picking who makes the
Thinking
playoff.
Kentucky in week 7.
Well, here's the other one.
That's Rand.
The
Ron's Texas.
The governor of Louisiana / AD/president/head coach.
Slash king of
that
Louisiana.
guy's got 17 business cards. Mr. Landry's trying to hand out to everybody because he's going to be in charge. And so that type of guy is also a renegade that could get on that committee.
You're right.
And have some.
There's
But
no
I just didn't
easy
know that you had to
fix.
take a leave of absence from a committee. How much is going on?
Well, it's because he had to step down as the AD.
No, he didn't have to step down as the AD.
He's still good.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, I saw that he did that first before the committee.
No, he stepped down from the committee chair and the committee.
But he's taking a leave of absence as the AD.
Yeah. I don't know that he is.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Maybe he is then.
Yeah,
But
so
I
the
don't even know what
headline-
that means.
Yeah, the headline takes leave of absence and steps down as college football chair. So we'll see. All right, back to the XLP Big Three, Big Sirs. Other things that have to happen for this football team to get out of that hole, get back to business. And I'll just add, my first XLP Big Three is, my gosh, man, they better cut their penalties in half. Okay? Cut their stinking penalties in half. The flags are over the top. They're too frequent, including what could have set up a game winner for Cam Little to be a hero at the end of another ball game, had there not been the hands to the face from Udoka. And then you can go down one of their drives. They had 2 false starts. It's just ridiculous. Got to stop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you totally on that. I mean, this team just seems to – every opportunity they get, they hit the self-destruct button.
Yeah.
What was that movie was called? Was it Mission Impossible?
Oh, yeah.
Was that it? The
Yeah.
self-destruct button?
In
That's
5
what we're
seconds.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, 5 seconds. Well, this Jacksonville Jaguar team is doing that for the last couple of weeks. All these penalties have been self-imposed. This is you not being focused, not being tuned in, not understanding to the magnitude of the moment. All right? That's all it is. So the team's got to do that. They got to do a better job of eliminating the self-imposed mistakes. I agree with you totally.
How does Chuma go to the line of scrimmage there in that critical play?
Well, because he's trying to win a battle, and then all of a sudden his hand
I
goes
get
up.
that. I get that, but I mean,
They know it's against the rules, but it's just you also don't want to get your and the play was coming in that was play side.
Well, here's the
like
problem.
Leon said, you push him.
Here's the problem with the whole thing. Okay, if you watch the tape, first of all, you overset. Okay, that was.
So explain to everybody what that means.
That means that he was in a wide 7 or 8 or 9, and he kicked past him. So you gave him the inside rush by oversetting on him. And then insult to injury is that you get beat on the inside rush, and then you try to grab him. You put your hand in his face with the back judge sitting right behind there, which doesn't make any sense. If you get beat like that, you know what you do? You just push him. All you got to do is push him. No need to reach for him. Just turn and run. Now, Trevor was rolling that way anyway.
Right.
There was no need. He was rolling that way anyway. So the inside rush didn't influence him because he was rolling that way anyway.
So are you telling me that Trevor's got to walk into before every play and say, all right, if any of you guys gets torched, I'm rolling right this time, okay? So push left.
But here's the thing, man. In the huddle, in a crucial time like that, during a game, we're already saying to each other, okay, don't nobody hold no penalties.
Right. Communicate.
We're already communicating. Do not cause any penalties that's going to cost us. So, I mean, listen.
But they're also saying if you give up a sack, we lose, too.
Well,
so
yeah,
he's
we're having
probably freaking out about
yeah,
that.
but you're right. But he did it to himself because he overset the guy, gave him the inside move. So now the last thing you could do is just push him by and let Trevor roll and make a play.
Yeah. And we would have had a good taste in our mouth at the end of the game because Trevor made a play and then.
Oh my God!
Little,
if that penalty's not there, and Trevor makes that throw and Little makes the kick, everybody's like, "All right,
right,
6-3."
Yeah, exactly.
Now they're just finding ways to win. Now,
it's
great teams find a way to win.
That'll be the narrative.
Let's start with good teams find a way.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
all right, good teams win.
Championship winning teams. Find a way to
JJ,
win.
good teams win.
No,
great
good
teams
is
cover, okay?
good is the benchmark right now.
All right, one more big three. We got to get to some more college ball too. One more big three.
One more big three, man. You got it.
Yeah, I'll go. I mean, I just we say it every week and it never happens. So at this point, you just got to Trevor's got to play better. He's just got to play better, man. He's got to start hitting throws that 85% of the quarterbacks in the league make. He's got to start hitting those throws. You can't sail balls in the first quarter to end drives early, which puts your offense behind the 8 ball because the other team scores. You're down 7 or you're down 10 or you're down 14. You're chasing points. And
yet in this case, they were
they're up 19. Right, but you can't. I mean, you can't put yourself in a situation like that against a good team where you struggle early because you're missing throws. You're throwing high, or you're throwing wide, or you're throwing wide and he gets tipped and he gets picked and it's a short field. He's got to be more accurate, man.
Yeah. Well, let's just add to that.
What's his accuracy right now? Where is he at?
He's still sucking at 60, right?
It's the worst. I know it's the worst in the league, but I just want to know what it's at.
It's somewhere around that 59.
It's 59.5.
Yeah, 59.5.
Which in college football, you'd be benched if you were 59.5.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's not acceptable.
6.3 yards per attempt. He's at.
I'm not ready to ship him out of town or anything like that. Just play better. Okay, in the third down conversions, Houston was 10 of 15. Okay, 2 out of every 3. And Jacksonville was 4 of 11. It can't happen like that.
6.3 yards per attempt. I'm looking right now. I'm going to look it up. I bet he's last in the NFL on that, too. I bet he is. 6.3 yards per attempt.
There's plenty of those that are probably living around that number. All right, we'll keep it rolling. XL Primetime Rebound Rehab Thursday. We've got our college football slate on Saturday that we need to get into. Our Modelo CFP coming up right here on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
Want a fresh and flavorful tailgate this season? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad perfect for lunch, parties, and your tailgate. Order 3 ways at one of 4 area locations. Call 1-833-MY-CHICK or online at chickcatering.com.
Why wait for a reason to send flowers? Celebrate life's little wins, or just celebrate you. Stop into the showroom on Beach and Southside, or online at JacksonvilleFlowerMarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market. We make every day bloom.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
When you roll into a convenience store for some cold Bud Light, you want to make sure it's, cold. Check out the big coolers at Circle K. They make sure it's chilled and ready to go for the big game or party. Swing by Circle K and pick up some cold Bud Light.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosper here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166171. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
No one has time to get hurt. Lost wages, injuries that not only hurt but hinder our success. If you're in this position due to the negligence of another, you deserve to be paid. Hey, this is Tom McManus. Injuries suck, so check out Morgan & Morgan. They're the largest personal injury law firm in the country. 100 offices, over 1,000 lawyers, with enough firepower to handle any and all personal injury cases. And they make filing a claim easy, and they don't get paid unless you do. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Visit forthepeople.com or hit Pound Law from your cell. Pound Law, that's all.
Reclaim a pain-free life with Rebound Rehab. If you've been injured or simply feeling the effects of an active life, you can rely on Rebound Rehabilitation to get you back in the game. Sitting on the sidelines isn't any fun. Trust Rebound Rehab's team of trained physical therapists to get you back up to speed and feeling full again. Now more convenient than ever. 11 locations to serve you, including new offices in Riverside across from St. Vincent's, Point Meadows, and Middleburg. Just log on to reboundrehab.com to see all they've got to offer.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
We do have some big ones coming up this weekend, and look, we are experiencing that blissful time of year where there's a ball game every night and every day, all the way. I think it goes through Black Friday. No, it's got to go past that. But we're on like a 57-day run right now. So Modelo, a cold one, will go great once you get to kick off with all these big ball games. And you can just take a look at the Saturday slate. This is just on the ESPN family of networks. You got Notre Dame at Pitt, a high noon kick. And then Boomer Sooner into T-Town to take on the Crimson Tide. And then Texas versus Georgia. Between the hedges and under the lights, man. All sorts of big ball games that are coming up that we definitely need to take a look at. And we're trying to sniff out an upset, a surprise. And we've been treated to a handful of them really over the last handful of college football weekends, including the way the ACC, with their teams at the top that had the potential for bragging rights and paved their way to a CFP spot, just not tanking, not collapsing, but definitely taking an L in Virginia and Louisville. All right, so Matt.
Quickly, we're in the midst of a 49 straight days,
49
and
days?
it ends the day before Thanksgiving.
That's
so then
it's
we'll get
done.
like a new one.
And then it's going to go right back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you, man. So basically, they know Wednesday night that we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, and we don't really know.
And that's when you meet up with all your friends in town.
Yeah, the Friendsgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but oh my God. Blake told me she did a Friendsgiving like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So it is not new.
Oh, no, it's been around
I
forever.
thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, it's been
I
around forever.
I don't think it's new. I just think it's dumb.
It's utter woke nonsense. Is what it
Why
is.
do you think, honestly, why do you think it's dumb?
Because we hate on everything.
No, it's the name. Because you hang out with people and you go have some food
dinner.
with
It's
them.
dinner with friends.
Yeah.
You don't like that's a nickname.
But why do you have to have Thanksgiving
Right.
food the week before
Right.
Thanksgiving?
Why do
is
you have
what
to,
I don't.
Why do you have
like.
to call it Friendsgiving?
Well, oh my God, that's so, like. Do you
hate
Can't you just say we're gonna go hang out and have some food and drinks and we're gonna have some fun?
That's a long title. That's
It
a
is a
long
terrible
ass
title.
title.
Okay. Then what are you gonna do? We're gonna go out.
Yeah.
Well, we do.
You were so angry about it. It's just a.
It's not me. JJ's the same way.
I don't know why you have to have a
Leon, do you like
Thanksgiving dinner
Leon, do you like the
before
Friendsgiving name?
No. We got parking lot pimping though.
Okay, I'd much rather have parking lot pimping.
And I originally thought Friendsgiving
drinks
was
on
like
the parking
if
lot.
it's Thanksgiving
Yeah, that part.
and you don't have family
Yes,
in town
yes.
and you meet up with other
Yes.
people who don't have family. But that's not what it is.
Yeah,
it's an actual thing.
Right.
It's still a bad name anyway you look at it.
It's just angry. I just love the anger.
You're mad
It's
you didn't
just-
come up
It's
with
not
it.
anger. It's
Unreal.
just
It is.
dorks,
No,
that's
it
all.
is. It is 100%.
Friendsgiving.
Like if I just wouldn't go to one and be angry about it. I guess I would.
I'm not angry about it. I think it's weird. That's all.
I'm going to invite you to my Friendsgiving and you're going to be forced to come.
Yeah, like a long time ago.
If you call it Friendsgiving, I will not come.
like a long
If you say,
time
"Hey, bro,
ago.
come on over. Let's have some spaghetti," I'll say, "All right, I'll be over."
Birchfield, one of our dudes, he was the first one that I would go and he would drop the turkey in oil. He was the first fried turkey that I ever had, and it was at a friend's.
And he said, "Come on over. I'm going to fry turkey."
No, it was Friendsgiving.
Did he say, "Come over for Friendsgiving"?
It was just that was what it was.
I'm asking you, did he say, "Come over for Friendsgiving"?
I'm gonna say yes.
He's out.
And you know what? And
He's
I was stoked to be there. Okay.
And the turkey was amazing.
And I didn't walk up.
And that's where you first learned how to drop a turkey in the grease, right?
Yes, and I've been frying turkeys ever
It's
since.
the best
and
way.
I
It's the
love
only
it.
way to do it.
And by the way, the Great A will be providing that set of oil coming up.
Why don't you just call it dork giving? How about that?
Nerd
Why don't you come
alert!
over for dork
Yeah.
giving. Anyway, let's get
Yeah,
Lenny.
I was
going to
say, do you get together for Thanksgiving and are you angry?
Yes, and it's fun. It's called Thanksgiving. It's on Thursday.
Oh my
This whole
God.
thing came about because the football streak ends on Thanksgiving, and I was going to go on a rant about how the NFL steals everything from college football because it used to be when Texas and Texas A&M played on Thursday,
On Friday.
and the Egg Bowl played on Thursday, but now since the NFL just steals everything.
I don't know if
college
you know
football.
this. I don't know if you know this. As the college football fan that you may not pay attention to the NFL enough, they've been playing the NFL on Thanksgiving.
No,
for a
but
while.
Saturday or Thursday night they did it. They used to just have those 2 games, and
the
then
NFL
we'd get the Egg Bowl, but now it's like
the NFL
3
Network
games.
is like, they're the behemoth.
Yeah.
They always have been and always will be.
And
they say they own you. They own you. That's
College
what they
football screwed themselves by getting rid of Texas and Texas A&M for over 10
True,
years.
too.
So
Yeah.
how
True,
can
too.
you blame the
Yeah.
league on
They
that?
didn't get rid of the Egg Bowl, though.
Yeah. Well, both of them have bastardized their own sport in many different ways.
Plus,
for
the Egg Bowl
dollar.
was so good because you're in a coma. You're literally in a food coma.
and
and you're getting ready to pass out, and then all of a sudden, the Egg Bowl comes on.
One
You're
of
like, all right, I'm back up. Somebody give me a turkey sandwich.
One of my other great memories, though, of Thanksgiving NFL, the butt fumble.
Oh, Mark Sanchez.
Well, that's one that I had to wake up from a sleep coma to see the butt fumble.
And it was a beautiful thing, wasn't
it? Like, wait a minute, what just happened? Let me see that again.
The Jags have never played, have they?
No,
On Thanksgiving.
and let's not
since
wish
I've
on
been
that.
here.
Yeah, let's not wish on that.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, exactly, because you'd be in here working.
Yeah, I know I would. Like, imagine if I was the Cowboys guy.
Yeah.
You do it every freaking year. Man.
Coach Campo never got to slice turkey with his family for the longest amount of time, and then finally was able to enjoy it. All right, so I don't even know what the hell we were talking about.
College football games. There
Let's just go to break.
See
and
what
let's
Friendsgiving
talk about,
does?
Texas, Georgia.
Let's just talk about these games that we think may or may not produce an upset. And Texas may be at the head of the list as far as can they do it. We will do that next on a Rebound Rehab Thursday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. It's a coast-to-coast connection as the Lightning Bolts travel 2,400 miles from Southern California to North Florida, Santa Monica Pier to Jack's Beach. LA has Lightning Bolts, but Jacksonville has Jungle Thunder. Jaguars, Chargers. Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010 XL.
San Jose Collision is hiring for an automotive detailer and porter. If you're detail-oriented, dependable, and love working with cars, apply in person at San Jose Collision in Mandarin. Valid driver's license required.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 13th, 1993, number 2 Notre Dame runs out to a 17-point lead and hangs on to beat top-ranked Florida State by a final score of 31-24.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
E to the T here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find the scratch kitchen that comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Come on, somebody.
Jags fans, arrive on time. The smartest way to get to the bank on game day is the JTA's Game Day Express, sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. There are 5 pickup locations. Get your $10 pass on the MyJTA mobile app. Visit jtafla.com for details.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. If you have a school, team, or group that would benefit from a team store, you're in luck because we now offer team stores. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I've got a challenge for you. Go stand next to your window. You feel a cool draft? Well, then you need Pella. The experts at Pella Windows and Doors can easily fix that with energy-efficient windows to keep the drafty air out and save you money every month. And how does 0% interest for 60 months sound? Go to PellaJacks.com and schedule a free home energy checkup. That's PellaJacks.com, or visit the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows and tell them you heard about Mike's challenge on 1010XL.
What Major League Baseball team has never been to a World Series? The answer next.
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The Seattle Mariners, who were founded in 1977, have never been to the World Series.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Thursdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab with 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Cranking along, beautiful Thursday. Hope everybody's enjoying it. We got beautiful fall weather. I'm fired up, looking ahead. Big Search just asked, Thanksgiving as fast as it's coming. It's a couple of Thursdays away, and I'm making that trip up to Nash Vegas. And young Hyla, the beautiful baby of mine, along with the son-in-law, who definitely is going to move up in the power rankings, is going to be hosting Thanksgiving. And then we're having the family come up there because we're going to be up there for Jags Titans. Cannot wait. Matter of fact, Omni Nashville, who we're doing a deal with, and we're giving somebody a great opportunity to win nights up there if you're going up to Nash Vegas. Killer rate, okay? I looked around, and we're talking steps away from Broadway, steps away from the stadium, and the room rate's outstanding. So either just go there, check out the Omni Nashville, or check out the offer that they gave us at 1010XL.com and click on the Omni link, because that way you don't have to Uber everywhere. You don't have to worry about it. Once you get there, you're downtown. Like you said,
Uber's so expensive, man.
Yeah, and you don't need, like, you can be on your feet pretty much going anywhere around Broadway. You can get up to the Gulch with no problem. Anyway, it's a great rate. So make sure you go to 1010XL.com and click on the Omni link and book through there, especially if you're making plans to go up to Nash Vegas. All right, we got Jay Lucas, coach of the Miami Hurricanes, who are going to be pitted against the Florida Gators, the defending national champion Gators, Sunday in town. We'll have Jay at the top of the hour, and we're hoping to get Sean Merriman. I was just apologizing to Josh Reimer as far as trying to get in touch with Sean, but hopefully, former Charger, hopefully we'll get him in the 1 o'clock hour and talk a little ball with him. But back to this Saturday slate, real quick before we hit the top of the hour. Is Texas capable of upsetting Georgia? Because I just look at it, and they've been in a couple of good ball games against Texas. I should say maybe 1.5 good ball games if you go back to last year, because Georgia wore them out when they went into Austin and then took control in overtime against them in the SEC championship game. What does it look like to you, Matt?
Well, they're two different games, because the game in Austin was just a deep pantsing.
Yeah, they did.
And Texas rallied big time for that championship game. Still, Georgia won with a backup quarterback, and Texas blew a 10-point lead. I think this game is going to depend on how much has Arch really improved. They've won 4 in a row. It looks like Arch is starting to feel it a little bit. He played the best game of his career, basically. I would say the best game of his career against Vandy, right? In a big game. That was a big game.
Yeah.
It was a home game, but it was a big game.
Yeah.
And now he's on the road in a brutal environment.
He came out and immediately took control of the game, too.
And now he's on the road in a brutal environment against a team that has had problems in pass coverage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a difficult ask for them. That game and the last game of the season at home against A&M. Texas has to win one of those two games,
right?
And they're in the playoff. If they lose both, they're out.
Yeah,
that's basically where they're at right now.
Mm-hmm. So does he have the moxie to go in there and get it done? I mean, based upon what you've seen so far, it's hard to play
I don't like
between the
Texas
edges.
defense either. I don't like their defense.
You don't like the defense?
No, and I actually like the way Gunnar Stockton's playing. He's not like he's not like whoa, that's a Heisman guy, but he just makes plays, man.
Does Georgia's lack of pass rush worry you, though?
Definitely, but they've gotten by week after week after week. At some point, you are what you are, and they clearly are what they are right now. They don't rush the passer like they used to. They don't cover like they used to.
Yeah, they don't cover on the back
but
end.
they keep winning.
Yeah, and so Arch, if you are going to pick a quarterback that might be able to have success against Georgia, it's Arch Manning because of the fact that he can sling it, but controlling the clock, running the ball, which is what Georgia is now doing. $181 from their running back, career high. When you go to what Nate Frazier was able to do, and then Gunnar, 18 of 29. You want to talk about a nice completion percentage without putting the ball in harm's way too often. He threw for a decent number, and so yeah.
Here's the thing. I know everybody, when I say it's tough to go win in Georgia, you're probably thinking, well, Ole Miss went in there and went 5 straight touchdowns to start the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different quarterback. Arch does not have that ability to make the Georgia defense pay if they lose him.
You don't think so? Huh?
No,
Okay.
not like
Okay.
that.
Well,
not like Trinidad. Trinidad can run.
He's really good.
Yeah,
and
so
Arch can move a little bit more.
He can move a little, but he's not. Did he move against Florida? In
Well,
that environment?
actually,
No.
take a look at some of the. He had everything working against him that day, and still was able to produce a few runs.
I guess
and a few
my
big
point
throws.
is I think this is the game when the Georgia pass rush gets it right, and
Mhm.
I think they get to him a couple times, and he kind of reverts to what he was early in the season.
The boogeyman back.
The boogeyman not completely
Not
back,
completely
but the
back.
boogeyman at least takes a little bit of a stand this week.
All right, let's just mention the other one real fast because Oklahoma.
This is the interesting one.
Yeah, Oklahoma did something to Alabama last year that no one expected. It was their season saver, job saver for Brent Venables. Let's make this the 10-10 take real quick because that's basically what it boiled down to a season ago. Little 10-10 take. Yeah.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since 68.
Sonny's can save the day. If you're having a lousy one, just head on in. You will enjoy a great meal. They'll get it to you fast after smoking it slow, and you can definitely enjoy them all over the First Coast. Check out Sonny's. So it was a season saver, a job saver for Brent Venables last year, and they ultimately made some decisions. They got John Mateer to come in. They got Ben Arbuckle to come in, and all of a sudden the offense is starting to look a little more like what Brent Venables was visualizing when he took the job down there, and their defense is playing lights out pretty good. So Alabama isn't running the ball very well at all right now. Oklahoma did what they did to Tennessee, and I'm sure feeling pretty good about going back on the road after beating up on Rocky Top. What do you think? I feel like that defense against Alabama, and let's just call them right now, semi-one-dimensional, just Ty Simpson throwing it as opposed to them running the ball.
Yeah, they're kind of iffy. They were iffy against LSU too, but Ty threw for almost 300 yards, and that really saved them.
And they didn't run the ball.
And LSU's pass rush was non-existent.
Yeah.
By the way, and that's strange because they've been pretty solid all year. Oklahoma's got a really good defensive line, inside and out.
Yeah.
So they can disrupt that pass game, and if they do, and Alabama finds itself scoring 20 points like it did the previous week against LSU, that's going to be a game, man. That's going to be a game, especially if Mateer is on the way back up, like it looks like John Mateer's on the way back up. If his thumb is completely healthy,
right.
And they're starting to get a little more confidence in what they do in that pass game.
He moved against
that thing
the
could
balls,
be that thing could be a fourth quarter, last team with the ball wins game.
Upset alert. Upset alert.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I like it.
I
like
All right,
chaos.
We'll find out. And for Alabama's part in this, like you said, LSU's front not nearly as good. Their leading rusher the other day, 21 yards. That's it. Okay, Simpson threw for a bunch. He threw for 277. And we want to talk about another solid day, 21 of 35, pretty good number. Not great, good enough, and threw for a touchdown in that 277. But Alabama's just, they've had, I believe.
When you got Bernard Brooks and Williams, that's the three best combination receivers in the country. They're
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's All you got to do is protect just enough, and Ty will find them. That's what they're living on right now.
Right, because I believe this is still true, and this is a saucy, and this is hard to believe. Alabama has produced only one 100-yard rusher this season.
Saucy Nugs.
Pretty sure that's
Dude, you know who this Alabama team
up.
is? This Alabama team
probably
is Kalen DeBoer's Washington team with Penix, Romadunzi, McMillan, and who's the third receiver? They had 3 really good receivers on that team. And Penix was just throwing it all over the place. That's what this team has become. And they're winning games late. Just like his Washington teams won games late. They're the same team.
All right, let's you guys jump in on that.
Georgia, by the way, against Bama.
Yeah. Oh, it was? Okay, with the 100-yard rusher. And that was when Bam came back. That was when Miller was healthy, and he definitely put up some big runs in that game. But then it wasn't there, and now gone again. And Bam ain't gone. But like we said, Barry was the guy who was at the top of the Harlem, had 21 yards to lead them. All right, let's get in the 1 o'clock hour. Like we said, a big hoop showdown. Sunshine State kind of flavor to it with Miami and Florida inside the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. We'll say hello to Jay Lucas, coach of the Canes, coming up on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. He used to lay the lumber on the field.
No, I'm not a quarterback, but I like eating quarterbacks for breakfast.
Now he lays his opinions on Jaguars Today. Tom McManus. Fridays on 1010XL. Opened by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. We're fully into basketball season, and now you can mix and match football and basketball and win big with Prize Picks, where being right can get you paid on America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. All you do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Jordan Love, more or less than 223 passing yards. Wemby, more or less than 29 points. It's just that simple, everybody. And here's the best part. Prize Picks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And with Flex Play, you can double your money, even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play 5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campion, Campion Law.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bari Orthopedics or log on at BariOrthopedics.com.
You already know it's your main man E to the T here for Twin Peaks, home of the 29-degree draft. And with ball season here, make sure you're on the lookout for my instant reaction before, during, or after the game. All brought to you by Twin Peaks, home of the 29-degree drafts. Come on, somebody.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
Resto Pros!
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
Resto Pros!
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestoProsAnyFlorida.com. That's RestoProsAnyFlorida.com.
Resto Pros!
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
When the team heats up and the temps climb high, Sunrise Heating and AC keeps you cool. That's no lie. From kickoff to overtime and every long drive, they'll keep your home feeling fresh and alive. When your system's down, don't sweat the score. Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida is ready to restore. Fast, honest service from a local crew, keeping Jacksonville fans chill all season through. Your comfort starts here at sunriseheatingandac.com.
Touchdown!
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner, but you can extend your swim season with Surfside Pools. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% off new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. Keep the good times rolling, no matter the season. Upgrade your pool heating system now for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepools.net.
License number CPC 044080. This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders, 410-10XL. This update brought to you by Good Brothers Roofing and Gutters. North Florida men's basketball fell to Tennessee by a final score of 99-66 on Wednesday night. Sophomore guard Kent Jackson posted a team-high 16 points behind 4 threes. North Florida will host New College of Florida for its home opener and homecoming at UNF Arena on November 15th at 2 p.m. Right now, 72 degrees at 101. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Thursdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab with 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Having a good time on a beautiful Thursday. 1 o'clock hour has hit. It is XL Primetime. Big Leon Searcy, Hurricane Hall of Famer that he is. Matt Hayes. Check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. Joe C., JJ, LaSelva, as we are hanging out and enjoying a great day. And we look forward to all that's coming, including a Sunday that will be the Chargers versus your Jaguars at the bank. And then later on, we're going to have hoops between the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Gators. So let's say hello to the head coach of the Canes right now.
Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
Pleasure to say hello to Jay Lucas. He coaches up those Canes, and you guys are getting ready for what will be a big ball game, at least as far as the way we look at it, Coach, on the First Coast, the defending national champion against the Miami Hurricanes. Welcome in. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing outstanding. When you look at a game like this, especially early in the season, what are you looking for in terms of game planning against the defending national champion, and how do you talk to your players about that opportunity?
You know, for us, it's really our first opportunity this season to compete and kind of see where we are at the highest level. And, you know, they're a top 10 team, like you said, defending national champions. They're really good, really talented, really big, really physical. So I'm just excited to see where we stack up from a competitive physicality standpoint, because that's what we pride ourselves on as a program.
Now, Coach, being a fellow alumni of the University of Miami, I would like nothing more than to beat Florida in football as well as basketball. All right. So tell me, what do they do well that you need to attack? You are talking about the national champs here.
Yep. So what they do well, and I think where the game will be decided, will be on the glass. You know, they're one of the best rebounding teams. They're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. And they have been for the last 3 years, and that's kind of how they've separated themselves. So that's one thing we really have to do and really have to take control of. If we can take control of the glass, I feel like we'll have opportunities to be there in the end. But that's going to be the deciding factor if you look at the stat sheet at the end of the game.
Jay, they're clearly a different team now. They don't have those big physical guards on the perimeter. Is that where you guys will attack them?
Well, we'll look to and kind of figure it out as the game goes, but I think that is the biggest difference that you see. They don't have those big physical guards. We are kind of built that way with big physical guards. So being able to kind of expose that. Also, I think a little bit of what you've seen is just they've adjusted. You know, they're playing Thomas Hard, the three, which is a little bit different than how they played last year. So they're still adapting. They're not at their best version yet. but they still are really good. So it's some things that you see that you feel like you can kind of attack and expose, but you never know until you get there. You know, like Mike Tyson, everybody got a plan until they get punched. So I want to see how we react when we get hit.
That's exactly right. We're talking with Jay Lucas, coach of the Miami Hurricanes basketball team, and we're looking forward to what should be a great scene inside the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. It's an 8:30 tip Sunday night, the Geico Jacksonville Hoops Showdown, presented by the Jacksonville Sports Foundation and Florida versus Miami. So they're trying to figure it out. They're shooting from beyond the arc a bunch, Coach, but not necessarily hitting a high percentage. Where do you think, as you go down the stretch, most of your points will come from, inside or out?
As we go down the stretch, I think the way we're built, we got to kind of play to our strengths. We can't get there and try anything different. We've been built to kind of play inside out, and we're very similar to them. So this is going to be it's kind of like the Spider-Man meme. You know, if you look at our stats, their stats, we kind of line up the same way with points in the paint and rebounding and threes made per game and free throws attempted per game. So it's kind of trying to see who can find the one thing that can separate themselves from each other. So it may be the three-point shooting. It may be the points in transition. We just got to kind of see. But I don't see us trying to do something and create the wheel of what we are and who we are.
Coach, I listened to your presser when you got the job at the University of Miami. And I was going to say it seems, but no, you're trying to build a winning culture there. I'm going to read what you said. You said, we will relentlessly do everything we do, especially to create sustained championship level success here at the University of Miami. I mean, yeah, I like that part, relentless. I love that part. Where does it start? Just tell me, where does that start to have that championship level of success?
So it starts by you have to create the urgency within the program right away. And it's from anybody and everybody who touches the program. So it started with getting the right staff that I feel would be aligned with that message and my message. And then identifying the players who kind of align with that as well. And the one thing I thought of being able to win and win big right away was, one, you need size because it eliminates, there's an old football term I like to use. You got to be able to win in the trenches. So you got to be able to rebound. You got to be able to defend. You got to be able to get the 50-50 balls. And when you have more size, you kind of tend to be able to do that. And then the second part is, with this new NIL transfer portal era, you still have to find kids who take pride in wearing your colors and wearing the U. And so for me, it was identifying, all right, who are the best kids from the area and the region? Because if they anything like me, if my mom and my grandma and they in the stands, I'm not going to not play hard. I'm not going to compete because I don't want to hear about it. So I found that to be kind of the initial way in year one to be able to attack some of this, of finding people from South Florida, from Miami, from the state of Florida who take pride with being where they're from. And then from there, you can kind of build your identity and your culture. And that's how I kind of felt was the best way to establish it in year one.
Now, Coach, Jimmy Johnson said something kind of like what you said in your presser, except he said, welcome to the University of Miami. If you're not here to win championships, stick your ass home.
Yeah, I'm right there with him. I can't say it yet, but I'm right there with him. And when I win that championship, you got to give me one of those good cigars I hear you always smoke.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hey, Jay, you played for two of the most prominent coaches in the modern era of college basketball with Billy Donovan and Rick Barnes. What did you learn from those two?
From Coach Donovan, the one thing I learned was kind of just his adaptability. And I think that was one of the things that he did best and kind of his superpower as a coach, where he could go into a game or go into a situation. And I remember this at halftime and in huddles. We may have practiced something and talked about something, but he saw something and he wasn't afraid to adapt and adjust to how the game was being played. And so that was the one thing I took from him in just my short time of spending time with him. And from Coach Barnes, just his relentlessness and the toughness needed, kind of what I was talking about earlier, of understanding how physical you have to be, how tough you have to be to win the rebound war, the loose ball war, and just instilling that kind of grit into us when I played for them at Texas. So those two from those coaches are something that I took that carried with me today.
Couple more for Jay Lucas, coach of the Miami Hurricanes, as they get ready to face Florida. And like you said, from the late O's into the early part of the next decade with those two stops, how much different is college sports or just college basketball with the NIL, like you mentioned earlier? Because Coach Donovan and Coach Barnes they knew Jay Lucas was going to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? How much different is it now?
I mean, it's completely different. It's a completely different sport. It's a completely different everything. I mean, everything has changed, and it's some is for the better. Some you always wish would stay the same, but it's not the college basketball and it's not the college athletics we all grew up loving. It's completely different. So my job isn't to complain about it. My job is to find the way that I and me and my program at the University of Miami can be the best at it. So that's my job.
Well, listen, Coach, best of luck. Enjoy the season. Enjoy the game, the atmosphere that hopefully we will provide Sunday night at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. We appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all for having me. I'm excited about it.
That's Cigar Leon. He's
Go
waiting
you,
on it.
baby. Go you, baby.
Thanks, Coach. All right, so it's the Geico Jacksonville Hoop Showdown presented by Jacksonville Sports Foundation with Florida and Miami. Sunday night tip at 8:30. We'll have Todd Golden on tomorrow to preview this game. And he knows, like, just the challenge of keeping guys, getting guys. And Jim Larinaga, when he had it going down there at the U, he had it going.
Yeah, but I think one question I should have asked him is that how do you maintain that culture when you got so many guys making, getting paid, to maintain that same passion? But other teams do it, so you just got to figure out a way to get it done.
As an example from last year, Walt got paid, and it was one of those probably first. I don't know if it was first.
A lot of those guys got paid.
Yeah, but what I mean, one of the first ones where you had to say, "Hey, this is $1 million guy."
Yeah, definitely.
That kind of deal.
Definitely.
This is $1 million guy, and I got to figure out how to keep him. And so they kept him from going to the NBA. He comes back. They obviously win a natty, and he did ball with getting a paycheck. Whereas some of them, they don't necessarily respond.
They're not. Did you watch them last night?
Yeah.
They're not the same team.
Well, 2 nights ago, you're talking.
2 nights, yeah. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just saying, they had physical dudes on the perimeter. Walt was a physical guy on the perimeter.
Very much so.
And they don't have that now.
Yeah. And so you're going to find out, just like every other team out there, you have to morph into something new. You can't take whatever you had and build off of it. You just got to constantly transform whatever it is you got into, and that's, I guess, the blessing of a long season, just to kind of see where it goes and see what this team turns into. It's XL Primetime on a beautiful Thursday.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. Injuries on the playing field can affect a team's place in the standings.
It's part of the game, though, rehab.
Listen for the Farah and Farah Injury Update.
Jacksonville, the official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars, on 1010XL.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville trusts. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Tired of roofers who never answer the phone and just use AI?
I'm Morgan Conley, the People's Roofer. I answer every call. No robots, no runaround. I'm born here, built here, staying here. Visit MorganConleyRoofing.org.
XL Primetime is back weekdays noon to 2, and on Wednesdays, join Dr. George Bari at 1:20 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Make sure you catch Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime Wednesdays at 1:20 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding, so easy to use. Depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards for 3 years running, and it's easy to see why. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Not sure what to get him this holiday? You can't go wrong with a gift from Untuck It. Every guy wants to unwrap our best-selling, wrinkle-free, and performance styles. From polished shirts for holiday parties to cozy layers for family photos, you'll find everything he needs to look sharp and feel comfortable all day and night. So, get a head start on your holiday gift list. Early holiday sale happening now. Find the perfect gift for everyone on your list at untuckit.com and more than 80 stores worldwide. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn, untucked.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season is finally here, and with that, hopefully comes cooler weather. And if you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
What, you don't think this is...
What music do they play at Friendsgiving?
You don't think this is a quality playlist at Friendsgiving?
For some reason, I feel like I hear, like, it's like, you know, the music you hear when you get a massage. It's like, that's the music you hear at Friendsgiving. It's just all calm.
No, actually, no. That's what you hear at the family Thanksgiving. Okay, TLD will crank out a playlist of just old, soft, and whatever, jazzy. No. If it's Friendsgiving, yeah, you're
hearing Nirvana? Is that what you're telling me?
Smell like Teen Spirit is what you're telling me.
Smashing Pumpkins.
You're going to play some Bush?
Yes,
Is that what you're
exactly.
saying? All right.
Now, speaking of the one that Leon brought up
Sure,
earlier.
I believe you, but all right. I think you're going to hear that at Friendsgiving.
I ain't doing that. I won't do it at family Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, either one. But Leon, the Commissioner Duval did chime in earlier. He goes, no, not one of them knows what parking lot pimping is. And so I appreciate the suggestions you threw out earlier.
Yeah, I mean, listen, parking lot pimping is it can happen anywhere. You can, department store, park, whatever. All you got to do is contact the people. Say, hey, listen, we're pulling up here. They bring a dish. They bring something to drink, bring some food, and music. And you pull up in your car.
Something to smoke.
Something to smoke, exactly. And
cigars, JJ.
Yeah.
And you know, whether you got a trunk, you got a truck or you got a car, you can sit in the trunk and you smoke and
That's a
drink.
very popular Ocala activity.
There you
what
go.
you just named.
And that takes us, it does. It
What
does
do you guys
take-
call it in Ocala?
Just hanging out.
Yeah, yeah. And
thank you.
Friendsgiving.
Okay. See, here's
Dork
where
giving.
he gets so stubborn over certain things.
He does.
And because what parking lot pimping and what JJ's talking about. And
I
what
don't mind parking lot pimping. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. But what we did at the Anchor or at the Circles, whatever, like JJ's talking about back in our youth, we did it every single weekend.
Right,
And
if you didn't call it Friendsgiving is my point.
Because we did it every single
Right.
weekend.
Right.
Why are you so stubborn?
It's the name. That's
It's just unreal.
It's a silly name.
Oh. All right. So,
Anyway, happy Friendsgiving to everyone who
Yes,
celebrates.
Happy Friendsgiving, everyone.
if we did have one guy that was just cracking me up earlier, and he did say it was just dumb as all whatever, as far as having one of them having a Friendsgiving. But look.
Yeah, it's like any opinion on the text line. No one is like in the middle about it.
Right.
You either
You
love
hate
it
it or love it.
and you hate us,
Right.
or you hate it and you love us.
And
More
one
along
of
the
them,
lines of
one
hating
is
us.
one has said it's an excuse to guzzle. Come on. I'm like,
I love
okay.
that.
Yeah, exactly. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, let's get back to a little more Jag talk. It was a pleasure to say hello to Coach Lucas. We'll have Coach Golden on tomorrow as you look forward to Florida and Miami inside the arena Sunday night, which will be great. And so there are going to be a bunch of people like Douglas. I refer to him as one of my biggest friend. And he's going to be at Tailgaters Parking. He's going to be having a good time for the Jags game. And then he's like, you know what? I think I'll just hang out and then get to the arena around 7:30 or whatever and go have a good time, watch the ball game. There's going to be a little gap in time, but there'll be plenty of people that'll probably stay down there. And
Did
then
you
head to
say
the game.
hang out? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Parking lot pimp.
Yeah, parking lot pimping. And so be prepared. A little
They
extra.
did originally have it at 6:30.
Yeah.
I don't know why they changed
Was
to
it
8:30.
Is it a television thing? I don't.
Probably.
Yeah. Television can move some stuff around.
They
on you.
do.
All right. So getting back to some of the thoughts as far as where the Jaguars need to be on Sunday, and I mentioned it earlier, the third down conversions. This is honestly, they've got to get into a position, be it because they eliminate penalties or because they make more plays, but they have to be in a better position at the end of Sunday converting third downs. It's how you own the clock. It's how you move the chains. It's how you get in scoring position.
Down and distance is so important in this league. I mean, first and 5 is better than first and 15, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't start possessions with penalties. You can't be backed up because now your play calling now you have to shuffle the deck when it comes to your play calling. When you essentially have something in place to first down and 10, first and 5, whatever. But when you start in like first and 15 or second and 20 or whatever like that, I mean, it distorts your whole whatever you've got designated as far as play calling goes.
The difference in the NFL in percentage of conversion rate in third and +5 and third and less than 5 is ridiculous.
Mhm.
It's big.
Oh,
It's very big.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's sizable. There was one drive the other day. They had two false starts on the same drive. And this ain't the first time that's happened. And that was your bookends, Anton Harrison and Walker Little, that both of them had false starts. And that's the type of stuff that will kill you. It goes from, like you just said, first and 10 to first and 15. If you get a defense on edge and you get them off sides, then it becomes first and 5. And it's taking advantage of whatever situation you're given as opposed to creating a bad situation.
What's sad is that I mean, understandably, you could say that was on the road because of the crowd noise, but they do it here too.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it here where it's to your advantage to be home, and you don't. It doesn't make any sense.
No. And when we look at this injury report, we'll find out what the Thursday report looks like a little bit later on, but there were 4 guys that did not participate yesterday. And I don't know if you have a screaming sound effect, but the one that scared me the most is, I saw did not participate with Hunter Long. Did not participate Jordan Lewis. Those make sense because they're dealing with injuries. Then Anton Harrison pops up, did not participate. But the one that made me scream, and I'm sure other Jaguar fans that love this team, Parker Washington, did not participate. And his is a hamstring. And so we'll find out whether it's just holding him out yesterday, getting treatment. We'll see what it looks like today. But
he's an MVP.
Yeah, he is right.
What about BTJ? Where's he at on that list? Anything?
Limited with an ankle.
No card.
No. Look, you know how many guys pop
not
up.
saying anything, man.
Yeah, you know how many guys pop up on these injury reports, and you just hope like heck that you have as many of them available on Sunday. Did not participate. Yeah, go ahead.
What does BTJ have right now? What is
Ankle.
High ankle. Remember, a low-grade high ankle
Low
sprain.
grade high ankle sprain. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I was expecting him to be back on. I do expect him to be back
Yeah.
on Sunday.
yeah, hopefully, yeah. I mean, just in my era, there was a time limit on certain injuries until we started looking at you sideways. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Just being
Oh,
honest.
I don't doubt it. But
Until they got the side eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But the thing is, they were already giving Brian Thomas Jr. the side eye, okay, with all the drops.
Yeah.
And so this one, he did make a play across the middle, and they got rolled up right there at the end of that play. And so you already had a shoulder, you already had the drops, and then now you got this. And I honestly, I hope he comes back for the team's sake and for his sake, just to kind of gather some confidence.
So he's got a shoulder, a low high ankle, and a drop.
Yeah, a drop problem. Yeah, and you just hope that drop problem goes away. Keenan
I thought
Allen.
it was a wrist. Did he have a wrist too?
No, his shoulder.
It was always shoulder.
Yeah. At least that was the one that came up on the injury report right around the London time.
Is Milam on that injury report? What's the same with him?
Let's
Yeah,
see
he
here.
limited
He's
with the knee.
And
He
so
was
this is
yesterday, by the way.
Brenton Strange limited, and so they
Why
opened
does
up.
this sound like the Zay Jones bone bruise that lasted 3
I
months?
don't know. It could be, but I guess that's it all depends on how you look at it, and like
I mean, clearly it
yeah.
does.
And Wyatt has been out for a long time, and then Brenton is trying to come back from a hip, and hopefully he can. But those are the guys that you would love to see what Wyatt represents and what Brenton can be once he comes back, because he was a guy who was key when it came to adding to the blocking up front, being able to release off of block, get open, make a play, that type of stuff, and they haven't had enough
And where
of
is he
that.
on that list?
Limited.
Limited.
Yeah, it's all available out there. The injury report with your Jacksonville Jaguars, and easily viewable. But yeah, trying to figure out whether or not he comes back. But they had just barely opened up his practice window, so he could come back at any point. But it basically, I don't know how it's just a kind of a strange explanation. Once he has made it through his 4 weeks, whenever they make the decision, open up the 21-day practice window, it just means he's coming back at some point. Joe Burrow, believe it or not, after that procedure on his toe, they opened up the 21-day practice window. Find out how soon he comes back. Not sure how soon that'll be. All right, so when you look at it, it's not a great injury report, but if you get an Ezra back, Dennis Gardeck showed up on the injury report. He did play last week. You hope like heck that he, Hainsey with a groin, these types of guys can come back and be 100% or close to 100% when they're playing against the Chargers.
You know, the funny thing is we were talking about Trevor in the first hour, and we're all saying you got to complete at a higher percent. And I looked at a few numbers, and man, they are 5th in the NFL in sacks given up, 26, and they're first in the NFL in drops, 19. It's kind of difficult to have a high completion rate when you're dealing with that every flipping game.
So they're top 5 in giving up sacks.
Yes.
Yeah, and look,
number 1 in drops.
And so I want to make this clear, and I think we probably all need to make this. Fans are on Trevor's case. We're on Trevor's case, but he ain't the only one that we're beefing about. It's the other things that you're talking about.
He's the easy one, though.
Yeah,
he's the easy one to beef at because he's the quarterback and because he makes $275 million.
Right. It's the classic gets more credit, gets more blame. Yeah. That's what the position brings with it. But when you look at what other guys are doing to make plays to help their football team, you're not seeing enough of those from Trevor. And the drops, the sacks, the lack of protection, the lack of time, those are all real. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all matter.
No, I get that. But see, JJ made a point off the air. He said, Field Yates, who works at ESPN, took away
Warren Sharp.
Warren Sharp, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Took away the drops from Trevor, and his numbers still weren't that good. But what you don't understand is those drops, and Leon can speak to this, they compound on Trevor. It stops the drive. It prevents 3 more plays. Mm-hmm. Trevor thinks, all right, if he keeps dropping the ball, where am I going with it? And I have to make a perfect throw here, or he's going to drop it. So it's not just as simple as saying, well, without these drops, he still has bad numbers. There's a compounding effect on what happens.
Yeah, not only the drops, but I look at how many times he's being harassed.
Right.
I mean, there's no pocket for him. There's no 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds to throw the football because he's constantly being harassed from the front end and the side ends of his offensive line. So until they do a better job keeping the pocket better, he's always going to be erratic when it comes to his throws. I would think.
Yeah, and even when he has that pocket enough time, he still does what you say you hate when he try and overthrows and he zips at it.
Yeah.
He still does that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he's still worried that he's going to get a hit.
I think that is more, even though I think accuracy is still king. If you deliver the football where it's supposed to be thrown, the drops will diminish. You'll have a much better completion percentage. Your receivers.
Some of it is that.
Yes.
Some of those drops. I wouldn't even say a lot. I would say the majority are just drops.
Right.
Flat out drops.
Right. But and I'm thinking of one the other day as I was listening to Jaguars today. Remember the one he put on Brian Thomas Jr. in the back of the end zone, and BTJ had both hands on that puppy. It ain't an easy catch, but you make those catches if you're among.
You ask any wide receivers coach, college or NFL.
Yeah.
If a receiver has two hands on the ball, should they catch it? Every one of them will say yes.
And some of them ain't easy.
Yes, they're not easy.
Those are the great catches you look forward to when you got that number one on your team. And so those are the ones that give you fits because Trevor did put it where it needed to be. But the other ones, the crossing route to training camp Trammell, those types of plays will drive you batty. And those are the ones that I think are frustrating fans because they want to see the simple throws look easy. And it's back to that Kurt Warner conversation.
The layups.
Hit the layups. That's as simple as it gets. Rebound Rehab Thursday, XL Primetime, a dozen locations across the First Coast. If you need that rehab, you can seek them out, a team of physical therapists. It could be from a workers' comp injury, auto accident, age, activity, sports, whatever it might be. Make sure you check out Rebound Rehab.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. 1010XL brings you the orange and blue.
And he's loose.
The Gators march into Mississippi with a battle plan to team the Rebels.
Broken tackle, still on his feet.
Florida, Ole Miss, Saturday at 7 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL.
Gators!
It's your boy, Big Sirs, all-pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this. Every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order a 50-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX10 to get $10 off. That's right, carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX10 for $10 off a 50-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
I love my propane company. They always answer when I call and give me great prices and fast service. Said no one ever.
Until now. Need propane for your home or business? Seabreeze Propane is bringing the propane as North Florida's new local propane provider. Visit SeabreezeLP.com. Seabreeze Propane. We make propane cool, brother. Oh, yeah.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their Remy Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
Make your Thanksgiving table unforgettable. At Jacksonville Flower Market, their custom centerpieces burst with fall color and charm. Stop by Beach and Southside to design your holiday arrangement. Jacksonville Flower Market, where every table blooms with thanks.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through November 13th. Financing available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Hey gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, don't worry about any, quote, problems you think might be related, because I've got the perfect team that will keep you right on track. In fact, they've got a guarantee that you can't beat. And that is Chad and Sandy, the agents I would call to sell my home. You see why? Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. But the promise is this. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jacksonville homes are selling, but many take months and a low price to sell. Getting top price means aggressive marketing. Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive demand to sell your home. Darcy in San Jose said, I felt too isolated in my retirement. I wanted to buy in a different area, better suited for me. I spoke to several agents who didn't seem to care. I needed to find someone I could rely on. In come Chad and Sandy, and in 3 days, the home was sold. Call the Jacksonville experts we trust and recommend. Call Chad and Sandy today.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that this team needs to make up his mind. First 5 games, look like a contender. Last 4 games, not so much. All right, it's okay if you want to be mediocre. You want to be the same old Jags, just be the same old Jags. But don't show us something different early on, and then implode the way you imploded the last 4 games. I just want to know what their identity is. Do you want to be in the hunt? Do you want to make a run? Or do you want to be the same old what you've been in the past?
We need the Who song, Who Are You? Okay, we need to drop it in.
Exactly.
We need to drop it in every once in a while.
That's not a bad,
yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad get up in front of the team in a team meeting and say something to them. Who do you want to be?
I'm available.
Who do you want to be?
Maybe
I mean, do you want to be a team that could maybe win 9 or 10 and get to the playoffs, or you just want to be the same team that just are who you are? Everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
You're just another W for everybody else.
Mediocre don't cost nothing. Don't cost nothing.
It's true,
you got to spend. You want to win, you got to spend.
Yeah, I gotta feel like there are enough players that care in that locker room that are stepping up and saying, who are we? I just don't know that they have enough talent to be.
Well, they had enough talent to start 4-1.
Well, yeah,
and win 2 games that they probably, on paper, talent-wise, they shouldn't have won.
But it's funny because we saw what they did, and now we saw what they haven't done, and that's a damn good defense that roughed them up and came back and beat them and embarrassed them in the fourth quarter. And so it's still the same set of guys other than the ones that are injured. And I really don't think we need to be saying that the injuries are costing this team. Should we? I don't think so.
No. Not when you played against a backup quarterback.
Exactly. Houston
that injury was way worse than anything the Jags had to deal with.
Yeah, and you did not have Travis Hunter, understanding, but no C.J. Stroud.
A 19-point lead.
Yeah, you had it.
I don't care about any of those injuries. You had a 19-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so I'm simply saying that I hate to say it, they are who they are, but that's basically what it looks like. I want them to respond. Will they? Will they have enough talent to respond?
Have enough pride to respond.
Yeah. But see,
here's the thing: is we say they, and I think you should say they, I guess, because it's the collective team.
Mm-hmm.
They need their elite players to play at their ceiling, where they should be playing. Mm-hmm. Trevor, Josh Hines-Allen, Etienne, Brian Thomas, Armstead, Trayvon Walker. These are all big-ticket guys right here.
They ought to be lit. They got to be like the Pied Piper.
How many of them are playing well right now, other than Etienne?
I was going to say, stop right there. Believe it or not,
Walker Little,
Etienne,
Anton Harrison.
Yeah, believe me, we can go down and we can list them all. They aren't playing well.
No, I'm
Walker
just saying, but there's
Little,
like a core of like 10 that should, because they're paid the way they're paid, should be at the forefront of, okay, let's turn this thing, and they're not.
I don't even honestly care about the pay right now. I just want the performance. Walker Little was seen, whether you're getting paid or not, was seen as a guy who would be a good left tackle. He is in a sinkhole, okay, of suck. And Anton Harrison, promising rookie campaign, sinkhole of suck since then. Penalties, poor performance, you can go on and on and on. And we can name all the other ones. But
I don't think Anton's in a sinkhole of suck, actually. I think he's all right.
He's a penalty guy.
He is, but I think if they moved him to left tackle, that would be the smart move.
I would like to see
really
it.
believe that.
And for our listeners at home, we're going to be all right.
Yeah, we're under attack.
I know you hear that, but we're going to be fine.
We are under attack.
We are.
I mean, would you agree with that
And I
statement?
feel like
Leon,
someone's
that-
trying to chisel his way from China into this room to get to Matt. They are trying to get to Matt.
He can screaming about Friendsgiving. Would you say that about Anton Harrison, that he's not bad? He hasn't played poorly, and he's probably a better option at left tackle right now than Walker Little.
Yeah, he's played okay. He's played better. He's playing better than all the other guys. But sometimes, some particular. First of all, he has no one he can mentorship to. So he's got to be the leader of that offensive line by his play, even though he's only been in the league 3 years.
Right, which I was going to say, which he's had to been since he stepped on the field.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But if you're saying he's the best of the bunch, what are we saying?
That's
exactly what we're saying.
I'm the sharpest crayon in the box.
Exactly,
right. But I mean, he's not that bad, Joe. Come on.
No. I'm just saying right now, as a rule, the left and the right tackle are not performing
They're
the
not.
way
There's no
you
doubt
wanted
they're
them
not.
to.
There's no doubt.
And I had hope for Hainsey. I thought he got off to a nice start. Then he got hurt. That didn't help him. Now he's got a groin. That didn't help him.
He got a groin.
Groin. Ezra was playing okay, above average, and now he's got an ankle. And then you go to McCary, who's nowhere near what I wanted him to be or expected him to be. And so, it's across the board. It goes back to the simple thing. Is Anton playing okay? Well, as a rule, this team is forcing Trevor Lawrence to get rid of the ball way too fast, quicker than you would like for him to. And he is, as we just discussed, maybe starting to hurry a few throws to make sure he doesn't get put on the ground or knocked back. I don't remember who the quarterback was.
He has that, you say it's the rip. He definitely does that.
Yeah.
He's got that across the body rip that he
it's
does.
that.
Yeah, and he does it because he can feel it coming. You know?
Well, there's not any other arm angle right now.
Yeah, it's just across the body rip.
Well, he's got to be a half a clip faster than he usually has to be. I'm just saying, that's how terrible this offensive line is.
And then the throw to training camp Trammell almost looked robotic.
Yeah.
And it was such a weird look. But if you gave him more time, and Coach Campo and I, we did our Campo and Joe podcast. We'll have him on tomorrow, but you can definitely check out Campo and Joe on the social channels. But he's not moving back up in the pocket the way he did. You want to talk about things that were being done in the first 5 games? He moved up in the pocket. One of the reasons why Walker Little was getting torched by Daniil and Daniil was getting to Trevor is because Trevor needs to step up into the pocket. But then there's all sorts of traffic in there. And so he ain't feeling so hot about stepping up in the pocket. And so it's just a combination of
One
all
of the
this
reasons
stuff.
Walker Little was getting torched by Daniil Hunter because
it's Daniil
he's not
Hunter.
any good.
Yeah, Daniil Hunter versus
Daniil Hunter's
Walker
had a
Little.
half a sack this year going in the game.
No, I'm saying, I'm agreeing with you. It's Daniil Hunter is still a dynamic pass rusher against a subpar left tackle. Yeah, it did
I
add
think you're
up.
giving him a lot. I don't think he's still a dynamic pass rusher, but anyway, whatever. It's still ended up with 3 sacks, 3.5 sacks.
Yeah, 3.5 sacks. Yeah, but here's a memo to the center. All right, this memo to yourself. Okay, when in pass protection, when the guys slant away from you, that means someone's coming around on the other side. Don't turn to the right when they're slanting to the left on you. Okay, because Hainsey did that twice, and Hunter was right in Trevor's face on both times. Right. I mean, come on now.
Right.
Yeah, and so it is a different deal.
I mean, I'm talking about the 3-man game.
I was just gonna say, are you trying to say they don't do games well? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, they don't do 3-man games well. They don't make 2-man games well. They don't block 1-on-1 well. I mean, goodness gracious.
And 4 sacks before this Sunday for Daniil Hunter. So just
I thought it was half a sack.
No,
he has 4 total.
He's got 7.5.
Only 7.5.
Yeah, so.
So I read that wrong.
And he had 12 last year and 16 and a half.
He's a good pass rusher.
He is. I read that wrong.
And this team had done a decent job, believe it or not, last year against him.
You're
and
thinking
Will
Josh
Anderson.
Heinz Allen had half a sack.
Right, that's
before
what
the
it is. I'm
Raiders
thinking.
game.
Yeah, you might want to go to that stat sheet and check it out. All right, it's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
Hey Jacksonville, Rick Ballou here. Small business owners need trucks and vans to keep your business moving? Jacksonville Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram Westside has Ram 1500s to heavy-duty 2500s, ProMasters, and custom uplifts ready to work. Visit them on Commonwealth Avenue or go online to jaxwest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram Westside, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local partner for work-ready vehicles.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
I'm Elizabeth Graham, Army veteran and owner of Bright Star Care of Ponte Vedra, West Jacksonville. Veterans caring for veterans, that's where the true understanding begins. Our nurse-led team brings skilled nursing, personal care, and companionship to veterans, seniors, adults, and children right in your home. From daily tasks to advanced care, we help your loved ones stay independent and comfortable at home. Call us anytime at 904-709-4446. Bright Star Care, a higher standard.
Looking for your new favorite hangout this football season? Try Voodoo Brewing Company in the heart of San Marco. Locally owned and community-focused, Voodoo Brewing serves up award-winning beers, scratch-made upscale pub fare, and laid-back vibes where everyone's welcome. For live music, trivia nights, and all the football action this season, make Voodoo Brewing Company Jacksonville your new favorite spot on San Marco Square.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Winter and spring registration is already cranking up at I-9 Sports, and if you have kids ages 3 to 17, I-9 Sports is inviting you to get them on the field or in the gym with great sports like girls flag football. Plenty of places to play like Oakley, Fleming Island, UNF, Fletcher, and Creekside. Log on to i9sports.com and see all the sports they have to offer across the First Coast. In Duval, Clay, and St. John's. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount. Registration open right now for winter and spring sports at i9sports.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
That used to be me back in the day. Blue collar Joe. I was probably pumping and bumping up on top of a roof trying to make sure that I was getting the job done in time. This guy is cranking right now.
He is. They're setting up some kind of stage or something up there for the Friendsgiving event.
Is there going to be like an exit tunnel from the roof that we can climb out of?
I'm never going to let you live that down.
We're trying.
Never.
And believe me, if I'm invited to 5 Friendsgivings, I will go to every one of them, and I will have a blast.
I can honestly barely hear you guys.
Yeah. Well,
really?
Yeah.
He's got to be right on top of
I
us,
got to
bro.
turn you guys way up in my
yeah.
headset.
It's funny because I went to the other side of the building, and he sounds like he's over there too. It's kind of like
He's everywhere. It's like Michael Myers.
It's the gopher on the golf course.
Gophers, man.
Which, by the way, did you see Frank Frangi's tweet? He's
Yes.
coming up next, by the way.
Yes.
But he tweeted a picture of
It's
a
an otter.
animal and asked everyone what it was.
I did not see this.
Okay.
He said the tweet was for the outdoorsy people.
He's so tough. That guy. He's so.
It was a
tough.
sea otter, right?
It was an otter.
Okay.
It was an
They must
otter.
live
Was
right
it
by the
easily
water.
identifiable?
Yeah, sort of.
And let me
Matt
tell you
thinks
something.
it was easier. I
It's an
said
otter.
it was a dark picture. It could have been a crazy looking
Fran
raccoon.
should know that. He's grown up in this area. He should know that that's an otter.
All right, I need to look for it.
I don't know if I've ever seen an otter.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Like in
Oh, there he
person.
is. That's an otter, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
So the
By the way, you can eat those.
the other thing, otters. Okay.
You don't eat all
That
of
looks disgusting.
Well, you soak them in buttermilk. Basically, is what you need to do. Soak them in buttermilk. A little of that smoked
That'd
paprika.
be a hell of a thing to bring to Friendsgiving, too.
Oh, yeah.
A little smoked paprika. Make sure you sear them a little bit. Anyway, a little chewy.
Yes, a little bit.
But you just got to give them a little bit of time to marinate. The other thing is we lived on this one little lake, and otters are aggressive, man.
Are they?
Oh yeah, they all look cute and kind of seal-like.
Aren't they a cousin to the beaver?
Yeah, this
Aren't they cousins to
probably they're
beavers,
probably
yeah?
related. Hedgehogs, beavers,
Beaver automotive,
otters,
by
the
the
whole
way.
thing. Yeah, exactly. But you don't see otter automotive out there. You see
You
beaver,
don't see beaver.
automotive.
Beaver
but I'm just
Chevy
telling
and
you,
beaver Toyota.
otters don't play. Okay, you think it's just a docile creature? No.
They like oysters, by the
Yeah.
way. I just looked that up.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. This guy right here is an otter.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
The embedded and shredded is not a docile creature.
I just walked in here and I feel like Bill Murray in Scrooge, where he's like, "Could you hold the hammering, please?" Or he's trying to have the conversation with Karen.
Oh, my
Could
God.
you please hold the? Anyway,
I am going to ask you, or maybe I'll do it when you guys get rolling with the Frangie Show. I'm going to scale this building, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going up there.
Good.
Okay.
Please do.
And you know what he's going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to take his plastic.
I mean, what is? I feel like what is going on here?
He's going to take his.
world are we living in?
I mean,
He's going to take his plastic goggles off. He's going to take his headphones off. He goes,
is it
"What?"
literally on the other side of this wall with the jackhammer?
Yeah.
I mean,
He sounds like he's in the room.
You know what this is? Honestly, this is Ocean's 11. I think they are.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they are making some noise.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, something else is happening.
I agree.
And they're trying to get Matt. Someone's coming after Matt.
Yeah.
Is really what's happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
It's that Friendsgiving mob. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
all right.
Yeah. Well, coming up on Tool Time, we'll talk with Dennis Gardeck. I had a chance to catch up with him yesterday in the locker room.
Let's
Really
roll
love
tape
the
on
way
that.
he's playing. I mean, he's a lot like a jackhammer too.
The
Dennis
flowing
Gardeck
locks.
and Greg McGarity will be here as well. And boy, this guy. I hope this guy's here for all 2 hours.
All right, so-
because there's nothing more that I love than trying to keep my train of thought on air with a jackhammer going on the other side of the wall. So fun Frangie Show coming
I'm
up.
going to encourage people to log on to YouTube and not only watch Hayes, but watch Frank handle this, okay? I just want to see how he goes,
Frank might
how
be
he
a little
rolls,
upset,
how this all goes. But
Has this
honestly,
been going on the whole time?
Whole
you guys?
time.
Pretty much.
Whole time,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Carlin,
on and
I
off.
will scale the building.
Okay.
Okay?
Please.
If you
please
see
do.
a Spider-Man going
Hey.
up, that's me.
I'll make sure I'm on that jury, and you'll be fine.
Oh, all right. Hayes, Caroline, Frank, Francie, JJ, they're coming up here. We are done. Oh, man. He's just going to go, what? And I'm going to say, hey, bro, we're trying to do a show. And he's, oh, man, my bad.
Isn't it like at the DOT when they do the stuff at 3 in the morning? Shouldn't they do this at 3 in the morning?
Yeah. Well, they do need to see whatever it is they're doing. I'm gonna go with them there. But, yeah, I like when they pave at night compared to what's going on. We're done. Rebound Rehab. Thursday, we say thanks to them, reboundrehab.com. And we turn you loose on the Francis Show coming up next. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Surse, and JJ.
XL Primetime.